There we go. Okay, well, welcome everybody. We are here today because we want to make your life just easier. I got 3 E's for you. We're going to be able to share Juice Plus in an easier fashion, a more efficient fashion, and it's going to be more effective. So who wouldn't want that? And what we're going to teach you today in this system, you got to think about it as if you really wanted some information and you went to the library, and out of the whole library, somebody just picked one book and gave you that book. And that's it. And that's kind of what we do when we pick one video and we send it to somebody. We're choosing the information for them, and then we're not letting them in the library unless they ask for another book. So we're going to teach you how to do this in a different way to make it more effective and beneficial for you as the Juice Plus partner, but also beneficial for your person who's seeking information, okay? And the reason we're doing this is because there are several of us who are going through Eric Worre's GoPro Mastery 12-month class, and we started learning that there are a lot of other network marketing companies out there that use this system. They call it the ATM system, but we may have tweaked it slightly. So this system is working like a charm for other network marketing companies. In fact, once I learned about it, I was like, oh my gosh, they used that on me. I had a company of this little spray thing that I was going to check out. And when I said I wanted more information, guess what? They put me in their group. They put me in their Facebook group. And then they tagged me on some of the information that was in there. And guess what I did? Because I'm human. I didn't just look at the information they tagged me on. I was snoopy. So then I started to read people's comments. I started to look what other resources were in there. I wanted to see what kind of people are in here. And I never met that person as a rep. I've never even had contact with that person now, but I bought that product because I got to go in there. I got to go in the library. They led me to the section, right? They led me there. I didn't have to be overwhelmed, and I could take in as much or as little information as I desired, and then I could make a choice. So that's what we're going to teach you, how to open your library today and be kind and be generous with the information so people can choose on their own what they want to do. So I'm going to pass the ball over to Jake Durr, and she is going to share a little presentation of the mechanics of this. What does it look like? How do you do it?
Okay. Well, so this is really simple. So they call it the add tag message. But as I started putting this little PowerPoint together, I realized that it's not about adding, it's really more about inviting. And then I also realized that you have to be friends first on Facebook. So we want to make this so simple that people who are maybe not very Facebook savvy, that they even know how to do this. Okay, so what we're going to do first is we're going to make sure that they are friends of ours on Facebook, and if they're not, we're going to become friends on Facebook, and then we're going to invite them to our Facebook group, the group that we use, that Susie and I and other national marketing directors who have come together, we've partnered with each other. Our group is called Ignite Your Health. And then we're going to tag them in a specific post that meets their needs. And we've already listened to them using the Ditch the Pitch training. We know what their needs and their interests are. So now we're going to tag them in a post. And then we're going to send them a message via Facebook Messenger with a link to Ignite Your Health and some instructions. Okay. So what I'm going to do is I'm actually going to walk you through this process. Okay. Let me just change my screen share here. New share. Okay, so here we are on Facebook. Okay, now I'm going to use my son for an example, and I'm going to friend him. And I'm doing this in case you have no idea how to do this. Okay, so I'm going to find him. So you can do this with your prospect, find them, add them as a friend. Okay, then we're going to go over to what's the next one? It's friend, invite. So now we're going to go over to Ignite Your Health, or whatever group it is that you're a part of if you're not part of our group. And then we'll go over right here to this invite button. Okay, this is what Ignite Your Health looks like. This is the invite button. Okay, go there, and then you're going to start typing in their name. Oh, you know what? I unfriended him to do this. You know what? I'm going to do Susie. Oh, she's already in here. I'll do my other son, Colt. I'll invite him because we're already friends. He's accepted my friendship. Granger hasn't done that yet. I'm going to send him an invite. Okay. And then what I'm going to do, because Colton and I have already talked about Juice Plus, he wants information on Juice Plus. I'm going to take him over to, well, first of all, there's a welcome post. I can tag him down here in the welcome post, and how you tag somebody is you hit the @ button and you start typing. Okay. Now, if they have not been invited to the group, their name is not going to show up. Welcome. So glad you're here. Okay. But I'm also going to take him up here to the guides. Okay. Do you see that where that's at? And this is what's really cool. This is that library that Susie was talking about. He wants information about Juice Plus. So I'm just going to tag him in this whole guide. Okay. I'm going to say Colt. Here we go. Here's the information we spoke about. Okay, so I've tagged him. Now I'm going to message him, and I'm going to just go ahead and share a different screen so you can see what that looks like. Okay. So this is something that a similar verbiage that I use when I'm sending a message to someone. I make sure to include the link from the group. Oh, and I forgot to show you how to do that. Let me share that. We'll go back over here. So the way to do that is you go back to the main page of, let's go back to discussion, sorry. This is how you copy the group link, okay? So you just highlight that up there. Do you see it up here where I've just highlighted the blue? Hit copy, and then you'll be able to paste that into your message to your, oops, not stop share. Let's go back over here. You'll be able to paste that in here, okay? Now what this does is sometimes they'll receive a notification that they've been invited to a group. Sometimes they won't. This makes it really super simple for you to be able to invite them, and they can find that page really, really easily, okay? And then I also encourage them to go ahead and click join, because they've only got a short amount of time, and what that amount of time is, I'm not sure, but they've only got a short amount of time to actually join. We need them to agree to our group rules and then list you as the person who is invited, and then you let them know that you're going to tag them, okay? And this is really important. When you're done, when they're done with the information, you want them to shoot you a thumbs up, okay? Because what we've learned through this GoPro training is that 85% of the people that we ask to send you a thumbs up when they're finished looking at information or watching a video will actually do it. And this is going to let you know that now it's time to follow up, okay? So here's another graphic, and you can take screenshots of any of this if you want to. I should have mentioned that earlier. But I also have this little graphic here that I can send out. People can use it in their teams if they want to. If you're not part of our group, obviously you're going to want to change this address. But this has got all the information on how 3 simple steps to join our group, okay? And then if you want to take a picture of this, you can. Again, we're going to friend them on Facebook if we're not already. We're going to invite them to Ignite Your Health Facebook group. We're going to tag them in the post that's specific to their needs and their interests. And then we're going to send them a message, okay? And then what do? We follow up. And I'm going to turn this over to Socorro. Socorro, if you're not unmuted, you'll have to do that.
All right. Yes. Thank you, Jackie. Jake. So I really appreciate this opportunity to do the following up, because it's one of the most things that get us apprehensive, because we don't know how to talk to our prospects that receive, how they will receive our connection. So I will share a very simple, make it simple, so that when you're committed, it comes from the right place, which is your heart. Love without an agenda and without being attached to the outcome is one of the keys. So, and it's so liberating, because they will really feel your energy. So just make sure, like, this is the follow-up. It's an act of love. So the questions that you want to ask, and you can even take a screenshot if you like. Did that make as much sense to you as it did me? You know, you could say that. You can also say, what did you like best about the video or the information or the event that you invited them to? And then you wait. And all this can be done via social media, or you can do it via text, or you can actually do it via Messenger. And then you start getting a conversation going, and then you'll ask what questions do you have for me? And then you wait till they respond. Then the last question would be, adding Juice Plus was the best decision I've ever made. Or you could also say, did Juice Plus make sense to you? Are you ready to get started? So that's really, you can take a picture of it, like I said, and all these questions are in your Freedom Revolution. So it's very simple. If you can't think of anything, they'll give you other examples as well, and how to do that also through social media. So you just really listen and respond accordingly. So that way you let your heart speak. For out of the abundance of the heart, the mouth speak. That's Matthew 12:34. So you follow up because we care. So this is not a hard sell. This is a heart sell. So thank you, Jake.
Susie, you're muted.
I saw that. Sorry. Thank you, ladies. I just want to share one fun thing that I've been doing with my team. If you go through all these steps, you add them to the group, they give you the thumbs up, you follow up, and then it's crickets. Nothing happens. And what we've been doing is we go in then, and you just have to give that person grace because they have a life. Okay. So we don't want to be like, oh, why aren't they getting back to me? I'm going to show you just something really quick and fun. If you haven't done this, put this into your business. And every time our team does this, they have so much fun with it. So if I am up here, okay, I chose my mother-in-law. If you're in there messaging, not my mother-in-law, my son's mother, my son-in-law's mother, because she's from Chile. So we will do little things back and forth, but this could be from anybody. So you hit right here where it says the GIF. And let's say they speak a different language. I could go up here in the search box and I can say hola, and then I can pick something that would be great for her. But what we're doing is we're trying to check back. We want the person to respond to us. So I might just check in and say, how are you? And then see the GIFs change each time. And so like, look at how funny this is. If you suddenly receive this in the box, how are you, with a kangaroo munching, you have a much different response to that than, hey, did you watch my video yet? It gives you a different response. So you can see these are all different ways you're doing. Another thing that I like to do is just say that I'm checking in. And here's the Cookie Monster. Just checking in on you. How are you doing? So come up with anything that you like. Here's another one. I'm checking in. This is such a fun and effective way. I have people that say they're ghosted and nobody responds to them, but when they send them a GIF, the person responds. So give people grace, give them time to get back, and connect with you. And then I just want to close by saying, guess what we need from you? To make this work, we need to participate. And that means each of us needs to participate. And so if you're in our group, we're asking you, it doesn't mean you need to comment on every post, but be actively engaged, because the more likely that you engage in the Ignite Your Health group, guess what? That goes through the feed of your customer or your prospect that's in there. This is the beauty of it all. This is not just for customers anymore. This used to be just my customer group. Now it's going to be for everybody. And that's where we were missing the boat with Juice Plus. The idea is you put anybody who you're talking that wants to be part of a healthy living community or just starting to look at Juice Plus, put them in there. Because even if they're not ready to look at Juice Plus, they're going to be posting there and they're going to be like me. It's human nature. You start reading what other people are saying and then, well, what are they saying? I'm going to take a look at that video. So we need you to comment. We need you to take care of your own people, and we need you to support other people's people. So if you have a story to share after we post a Juice Plus video, make sure if it made a difference and your child's not constipated anymore, put that down there. Somebody else might need to read that. That could make a difference to them. If whatever it helped you with, put that down there, not your whole story. Please don't put like a 5-paragraph story in there. But if you just say it like, hey, I love this product too. I've taken it for this long, and wow, we hardly have any colds or flus anymore. Whatever it is, just like 2 or 3 sentences is very effective. So that's so very important. Add people, add people, add people. Let them be like I was when they added me in that group. Let them just be a little fly on the wall. They're going to get value added. They're going to learn healthier things that they can do for their family. And eventually, maybe in a week, 2 weeks, 6 weeks, 6 years, they're going to thank you for this, because they're going to have enough of this in their head. They're going to be ready to start on Juice Plus. And I know that I wouldn't be here today, and all my team of my hundreds of people wouldn't be here today if somebody hadn't shared multiple resources with me. Back then, I've done this 20 years. It was cassette tapes. There were multiple cassette tapes in the envelope to me, and immediate follow-up. And that's the key. So now you have multiple resources that are being shared. They don't even have to be on that 3-way connection call, because they're getting 3rd party, 4th party, 5th party validation, because they're reading the results that everybody has had from the Juice Plus products. And then you're following up, right? Follow up with your heart and listen to what they need and see if you have the solution. I bet you do. So I'm going to go ahead and we're going to cut this recording. Thank you very, very much.